Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Leaf Cutters. This is the show that's going to talk about tips and tricks and for the layman man who wants to get into cigars but doesn't know quite what they want. I'm your host, Ben.
I'm Andy.
I'm Grimm.
I'm Robert.
I'm Zack.
Y'all are fucking exciting.
I know, they're all like, hey, do I go yet or no? So this episode is going to be kind of like a grab bag of cigars. We all have a mixture of the things that we like to smoke, and we're going to review all of them for you, let you know what we think about each one of them, and whoever you like better, go with their suggestion. But I want to introduce mine first because I'm excited about it. I have the Fat Bottom Betty Deadwood Drew Estates. I love these cigars. They do have a little bit of sweetness to them, so some people are turned off by the sweetness. But this is the Robusto, and it is a Brazilian, which is the wrapper, and it's a Nicaraguan leaf. So it's a good cigar. I highly recommend it. And how about you, Andy?
I've got the Villager Selecto. It is, I got it in the mail like today. So, yeah, I've already started smoking. I decided not to wait on you guys.
Mail fairy.
I know.
Huh?
What the heck, man?
What is this mail fairy? Like, oh, I got it in the mail. It's a normal thing that happens. Like, I just, it brings it to me.
I order shit. So, I mean, that's kind of how it works, right?
I went
Connie
to the store like
wrapper.
an adult.
Connecticut wrapper. It's from Nicaragua. What else do you want to know? So far, it's good.
How about you, Grimm?
Oh no, I'm the end. I'm the creme de la mint.
Creme de la mint. It's a liquor drink, you folks.
I don't think that was even right. Like look. I got the badass cigar. I'm going last.
Okay, that's fine. I can understand that. Who wants Robert or Zack? Which one are y'all?
Let's go with Robert.
Oh, they were being polite to each other.
Not knowing all the lingo yet, I bought the Perdomo Champagne 10th anniversary.
Oh man, I almost did that.
Those are good
So
cigars.
we talked about it last time.
Yes, I do enjoy these.
All right. How about you, Zack?
I've got the Caldwell Blind Man's Bluff Nicaragua. It's a habanero wrapper with Nicaraguan filler and binder. I've never had one, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Nice. And finally, Grimm.
I'm getting hopped up to 1.21 gigawatts because I got an Oscar McFly because Oscar makes amazing cigars and he's all like, I'm going to cross brand, and he did it because it's McFly.
What's that say?
Hold on, let me get
I didn't catch that. Could you do it one more time?
McFly.
Oh. Is that a reference to like Back to the Future, or is that just random?
Dude, the box is made like it was out of the fucking 80s, because like it has like a lenticular 3D cover, and it has like lasers shooting out, and like and McFly in big solid silver letters and shit. Like it is ridiculous to look at this box and be like, like I couldn't not buy it.
It sounds amazing.
Like the marketing on it is so perfect that I was sold. Like it was just I couldn't look at anything like there could have been an Opus X and I'd have turned it down for this because
Seriously,
I'm going to go
Opus
back
X.
to the future for this. Back to the Future.
I will openly admit, if I had seen that cigar in a cigar shop, I would have had to buy it.
Me too.
Yeah.
As soon as he showed it to me, I was like, I need that in my life.
And now I'm going to actively look for it. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
I'm about to let you know.
We get lit up.
So
Lighten up.
now,
I'm gonna
you can go
review the
ahead,
shit out of this.
do we have a question today from Robert?
I'm good.
No, so we do not have a question from Robert.
I thought we were going to talk about Twinkies.
You want to talk about Twinkies for sure? Okay, why not? Why don't we talk about Twinkies? All right. So the question that was posed, is the Twinkie get better or worse after Hostess took it over?
Worse. Straight up.
I say worse as well. I think
I don't think that they'll survive. I don't think they'll survive a nuclear explosion like the last ones would.
And if it
Fuck
can't,
no, are you kidding me? The consistency alone is not right.
You're right. It's not. They didn't take this to a nuclear site like they did back in the 30s or 40s. All the footage that we have of the blown away nuclear town. Yeah, that's where the Twinkies were stored. They were stored in that refrigerator that you can't get out of.
I'm going to admit something.
And they survived.
I don't. It's still up on my desk. I'm pretty sure, but I have a pre-hosted Twinkie still in wrapper on my desk in my bedroom. I would still eat that over the new Twinkies, like a new one off the fucking shelf, like fresh. I would go for that one.
I would have to agree.
It would be more nourishing.
As a matter of fact, I had it the other day. You just didn't notice.
I've not had a post-buyout Twinkie. I think the last Twinkie I had was over 10 years ago. It's just not one of my favorite rando snacks from the gas station.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I like the oatmeal cookies with the cream filling between them. That makes sense.
Oatmeal cream pie.
You like the cream filling? Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
It's just not good without the cream filling.
You can bleep that out if you need to.
No, I don't need to.
No. We're all about embarrassing outtakes here. It stays in.
Yeah,
and that's
obviously
how you
did not listen to Deja Redo.
It's not available anymore, from what I understand.
It is not, because Ben was all like, "Nobody listened to it. Why should we keep it up?"
I had a valid point.
Yeah, but now we have interest. We have somebody that's doing a podcast with us and really wants to know why we didn't succeed.
Because we were talentless hacks.
No. 1/3 was good. 1/3 was good.
Well, yeah, but what about you and Billy?
What, Andy?
What about Billy?
That's what I was saying.
He's a laugh
He's not on this podcast. The 1/3 of talent decided, you know what? I don't need to work with these hacks anymore, so I'm not going to get on another podcast with him.
He was a good laugh track, like he had a good laugh, it was very like Howard Stern, that one dude that's chilling with Howard Stern, he's all like, "Oh, hey, I'm going to say something funny," and the guy laughs, and that's the punchline.
All right, for those who lit up, what's your first take on your cigar?
Oh,
wait,
hell, I'm already halfway
disclaimer?
through mine, so yeah, go ahead, disclaimer.
Disclaimer: I love Billy. I'm just fucking with him. Like if he listens to this, like he was an excellent part of Deja Redo, and like I couldn't have done it without him.
Yeah, backtracking now.
Well, I mean, he might listen to this.
You gotta cover it.
This is why I'm the talent.
I'm going with my Betty then. Lit up great. Extremely smooth draw. Pretty good smoke. I mean, it's pretty thick, but it's not heavy at all. And of course, it's got that sweetness. Their wrappers do have a sweetness to them, but there's not a flavor. It's just sweet. So it does give a nice little sweetness. It tastes
in
good.
the back, Andy, Cigar Andy, do you have a question?
Is it a heavy sweet, or is it just is it mild? Does it sit in the back, or does it just really pop at the front?
Well, yeah, it's not like you're sitting there licking on a lollipop or anything like that. But yeah, it's like it's a hint of sweetness. It gives it a good flavor. I mean, it really does.
Okay.
Cool. That's a cigar I've kind of wanted to try, but haven't yet.
You should. A lot of the Deadwoods, they're very good. Like I said, Fat Bottom Betty's been my favorite. There's a Crazy Alice. There's a new one that came out. It's the Girl with No Name. I'm gonna give those a try. They are a little bit pricier cigars for what they are, but the reason why they're pricey is because people buy them up.
And they're Drew Estates.
Yeah.
And they're Drew Estates.
Which is one of my favorite labels. I like Drew Estates. So far, this is quite excellent. It's got kind of like a woody kind of thing going on. Not charred, but like clean, like maybe cedar. Smells a little bit like a cigar box in a way. A little bit of that vibe. I don't know. I'm digging it. Good. Construction's solid. Burns pretty good. Awesome.
Fine, I'll go. I've already finished about a third of mine. It's got a really smooth draw. It's being a Connie, it's pretty light. Not a real heavy smoke. Other than that, I mean, it's mellow, it's smooth, it's kind of got a creamy flavor to it. I'll let you know how the middle of it here is in a minute.
All right. What about you, Robert?
Mine lit up good. Smoke's even. Nice draw. Good smoke.
Perdomo champagnes usually are. And for the last, McFly.
Great Scott! It is fantastic so far. It has a taste and it has a consistency.
The description. Oh my gosh, I can't even wrap my head around what you're describing now. Could you continue with less words?
Mind blown.
It has a very mellow taste.
Does it taste like 1985, 2015, or 1955?
Oh man, this is like
all good
2085. Man, this is 100 years in the fucking future. Like, this knows what the cigar needed to be, and then it excelled past that at 88 miles an hour.
Is it better than New Pepsi?
Oh God, yes. Fuck yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me? New Pepsi can eat a dick.
No, that was New Coke and Crystal Pepsi.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh. Fact checked in the middle of the podcast.
Where it should be done.
Yeah, right. Just in front of everybody, I'm letting you know you're a loser.
I mean, that's okay. I got, you know. I was
but no, I mean, it's a little sweet. I like it. It's tasty. I'm gonna continue with my. It has the taste and the flavor and stuff. Like,
I love it. I want one even more now that you described it.
It's the intrigue, really, the mystery.
I want to know what the taste is and what the flavor is.
I dropped a link in the
like
chat.
A tab.
My godmother used to drink those all the time.
Tab was so
what
awful.
Tab. So, you know, between that and Diet Coke.
God's way of letting you know you shouldn't be in that house.
I never drank Tab. I used to drink RC Cola because it was the only thing available some places.
Oh, but did you have a moon pie with it?
Oh yeah.
Then there you go.
Oh yeah.
You lived.
Moon pies.
Did you put peanuts in your Coke? That's the question.
No, because I don't know that was a thing.
It's one of them old.
It's a thing. It's a thing. Just like RC and moon pie is a thing, peanuts in your Coke is another thing.
Yeah, I've never done it, but I had somebody at work that like swore up and down by it, and I kind of just thought he was senile. So I didn't do it. But the more I hear about it, the more I'm like, man, maybe I should try this. Maybe I'm being a jerk.
It's the sweet of the Coke and the salty of the peanut. They complement each other.
Yep.
So
Robert knows what's up.
Do you just dump peanuts inside your Coke?
Oh yeah.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, unshelled peanuts.
Yeah.
Like just like a bag of roasted peanuts.
I mean,
drop them right
unless you're feeling squirrely, then keep the shells. It's totally cool.
Good.
And then it's more like chewing your Coke instead of snorting it. I mean, drinking it.
Do you eat the peanuts afterward?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I'm fascinated by this, and I feel like I need to try this. I
right, next
assume
podcast,
it's got to be like real Coke, like Mexican Coke or full sugar Coke.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So yeah, next Grab Bag podcast, we're doing Cokes and peanuts.
Mexican Coke. I haven't tried it with Mexican Coke.
Ooh, that would be good. Yeah.
Colombian Bam Bam.
I think that's something
Oh.
And Colombia's not in Mexico.
Well,
Brought to you by cartels all around the world.
so I'm halfway through mine, and it's fairly consistent. And I hate the fact that I'm halfway through it and I have to take the wrapper off because the wrapper's so damn wide.
Yeah.
Which, I guess that could be your other question for the night is, do you smoke past the wrapper? Or past the band, not the wrapper? Terminology is important, right? So, cigar band. The wrapper's the outside tobacco band.
Are you saying the question should be, do you or should you?
Yes.
I smoke that shit until I lose my fingertips, man. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, yeah, but where do you take your band off at? Do you take the band off? Well, you're not smoking it with the band on, are you? I've seen people do it.
I take it off when I get bored. Like, I'm not ceremonial about it at all.
I usually use it as a holder until it gets close to the band and about to burn it, and then I'll take it off.
That's usually about when I remove the band too. I feel like once the band starts to warm up a little bit, the glue gets a little, or the pectin, whatever they're holding it together with, gets a little looser, a little easier to take off. Not always the case, but usually about when it gets close to the band, I take it off.
Yeah.
So
this
absolutely right.
This one's a little loose. I could probably just slide it off.
It doesn't ever play an encore, so like really, once the set list is done, I'm out.
The article I read earlier this week suggests that you leave it on until you smoke down to it, because same thing Zack just said is, when the glue or the pectin that they use to keep it on loosens up, in most cases, and then the band will come off easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to just peel mine off and stick it on a beer bottle and move on to my life. No, put it in a moonshine bottle. That's it.
I do a lot of times take it off if I get bored. If I'm like smoking a cigar on the back porch by myself, and I'm just like deep in thought, I'll play with the cigar a little bit and probably end up peeling off the band.
I too take it off when I get bored. Thanks, Andy. Andy's there for my jokes. I'm
like the talent said.
How bored are you? Well, about that.
You should not open the door.
Just hopefully you never get bored on this show. That's the only thing I can pray for.
No, I am too shy to I would never make an OnlyFans, man. Like I don't think I'd thrive there, unless it was like one of those like weird fetishes, like, hey, here's my elbow.
Here's today's elbow. Ooh.
Yeah. You see that little divot there? That divot's for you.
Hey, where's my?
I think it might have been a pimple once, but now it is a divot. I had a chick that when we used to play at the X Playground, which is a gaming center place. It's not it's not anything dirty for the viewers. But she claimed my elbows and I guess it's called your weenus, where the skin on your elbow. But she would sit there while I was playing video games and just like rub my weenus like it was a like a good luck charm or whatever. Fast forward to like last year, I kept telling my wife that my elbows were taken. Like my wife can have the rest of me, but the elbows were taken because they were claimed so long ago that she contacted that girl over Facebook and was like, "Hey, I need to purchase said elbows."
So, how much does an elbow go for these days?
Turns out free.
Oh, okay.
Grimm's
it was,
elbows
hey,
are
nice
free.
talking to you guys. I remember that. That's funny. Ha. Don't contact me again.
You're blocked.
Yeah, right. No, she had a good laugh about it and all that, but it was so yeah. I brought that up mostly because I like to point out that's a weenus. Like that's
a great word.
It's a great word.
Yeah. Because it sounds like
he's very, very proud of his elbows.
Yeah. So like we could get an OnlyFans going and then have like weird pictures of my weenus, just like, oh yeah, get some of that weenus right there. Premium 100% pure weenus.
I feel so dirty.
I feel a little uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
This podcast needs an adult.
I like making stuff that Ben has to edit.
Pretty much. I don't even worry about anybody else. I just worry about what I have to edit out for Grimm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So when Gibs gets into edit, he just doesn't pass on Groom first to make sure like he's got that out of the way, and then he goes back and does the rest.
That's pretty much it.
What did you get edited out of an entire podcast for today, Venus? Did you say penis?
Then she's
no,
all like,
penis.
"You had to talk about your weenus again, didn't you? You just did. What the hell's wrong with you? Why do you always bring up the damn weenus?"
Are you trying to sabotage yourself? Like, are you just trying to get edited out of the podcast? Just don't show up, man.
Just smoke your
But if I
cigar.
don't
Don't
show
even worry
up-
about setting up the shit.
If I don't show up, how will people know, look at these guys and go, what the fuck are they laughing at?
Right?
Did any of you all ever watch the Craig Kilborn late show or whatever it was called?
I mean, yeah, back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, back when it was on. I love how it was like whenever somebody cursed, he like puts a flag over it. They put a flag over their mouth and they like say something in a different language. I feel like you could just do that with Grimm. Anytime you want to cut something out, you just make it sound like he's cursing.
I mean, I might take that under
Yeah, but it's
advisement.
gotta be something like random. Like, what the baguette?
It'll be good.
Don't talk to me that way, you mother spaghetti.
But in post edit, it comes out wrong and it says spaghetti fucker.
Yeah.
Stupid AI.
We tried so hard to edit it properly, but he just says fuck so well.
Look, it's a whole
It's like
other
perfect
language.
pronunciation. All right, I'm smoked down about a quarter of mine now, and it is just as good as when I started it. Still has the little bit of sweetness to it. Full smoke. It has a really good taste. I'm kind of excited till I get to the sweet spot.
Somebody else go. I'm writing things down.
Mine's kind of like bubblegum.
Bubblegum?
Yeah, I don't know how to. Like, that's the only thing I can really think of. Like, it's slightly sweet. It's got a texture to it. It's not like anything strong in any way, like maple or oaky or anything else like that. It's just regular bubblegum.
Well, all right then.
Look, this is the best I can come up with. I'm not a genius. I'm not an aficionado. I don't know English. What the?
No, now I'm thinking I gotta go find me one of them their cigars.
Dude, I mean, it's really good. Don't let me tell you that it's bad in any way, shape, or form. I'm enjoying the cigar. It's just it's a weird experience so far. Like I was expecting something different because it was an ostrich cigar, and like I'm having my chakra reset right now for having such grandiose expectations.
So how much is that? How much is that is nostalgia versus taste?
Nostalgia for Oscar cigars?
No, Back to the Future.
For the movie Back to the Future, yeah.
Well, I don't think of bubblegum when I think of Back to the Future. Am I supposed to? Did I miss a part of that movie?
No.
Movies?
I'm just saying, did you give it a little bit higher expectation because you love the movie so much?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, kind of, but not like, because it was back. I was more excited by the lenticular signage and the lasers and shit. Like, that's what really sold me. Like, Back to the Future, okay, cool, but what does that have to do with a cigar? Lenticular and 3D and lasers? Boom, got it.
In the back, that looks like Zack. Zack's got his hands up.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. Could we get a definition on lenticular?
Like 3D comic book covers.
Yeah.
That.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping for more details, but okay. I'll Google it later.
What do you want?
I don't know. It's just such a fancy word.
Yeah, and it means you look at it from one angle and it's one thing, and you look at the other angle and it's a different thing.
Oh, okay. I'm on board now.
Lenticular images give the illusion of depth, movement, or merge two different images.
Oh.
He pulled that out of his ass, but he can't come up with a better word than bubblegum.
Does it look like I know English?
I thought you were some sort of author or something.
Yeah, and the book's 150,000 repetitions of fuck. Yeah, I've got a great page count. I've got a great word count, but you know what? It just says fuck until the very end.
So the chapter, the most of the chapter that I tried to read, that's all. I mean, that's really all it was.
Yeah, like he got to the third paragraph and was like, I think I can tell what the rest of this book is.
No need to finish. I got the
I do edit it down to where like it looks like a book, where it has like different, structured paragraphs and shit like that. So it looks interesting where something should be there. But fuck.
I'd buy this book.
It sounds intriguing.
Thank you.
I'd buy it and put it on somebody's desk.
I can't wait for the audible version of that.
Oh, I'll narrate it too. I don't even care. I gotta say fuck how many times? God.
Chapter 1. Fuck.
No, the chapters have names.
Well, that's the first chapter.
Yeah,
Fuck.
the third law of motion. Relativity. Van Gogh. And then just fuck.
You should get multiple people to narrate that book. Samuel L. Jackson, Sam Elliott.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
The car that just drove by, that'd probably do a pretty good job too.
Yeah, hit like a pothole, just.
So I noticed that Andy has some sort of brown bottle that he's drinking out of. What beverage are you partaking in today, Andy?
That would be the Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Much better than the Mountain Dew Spark that I was drinking beforehand.
Nice.
I'm having Elder Wine tea.
Nice.
Is that what you got from me?
That's it, sir.
Well, I say me, but my wife.
Mm-hmm.
What's in this tea?
Dude, she randomly found those people at DragonCon.
Did she?
Yeah, they completely renamed their entire line of tea, so there was no connection whatsoever. But Erica brought up that tea from that convention. That woman was like, "Oh, that was me!" Ha ha ha!
That's awesome.
That's what we should have talked about in this podcast. Grimm's trip to Dragon Con.
Why not? We still got time.
Real quick, I'm drinking
Yeah.
Angel's Envy bourbon.
Nice.
Angel's Envy?
Yeah, if you've never had it, it has one of the prettiest bottles, like on the shelf, and it's fantastic. It's very easy to drink. It's approachable. It's friendly.
And you could call it by name.
Yeah.
What's it taste like, Zack?
It tastes like you know when you're walking down a dark alley and you see a light at the end of the alley, like there's a door that's sideways but open. It tastes like that.
Is that before or after you got shot for walking down the dark alley?
I was about to say, is this Batman's Dark Alley?
No.
You know, going to have an origin story after we drink this shit?
It's like that. It's like the alley right adjacent to Market Square in Knoxville, Tennessee, where the secret entrance to the Peter Kern Library speakeasy is. It's kind of like that.
You know, when I first met Zack, I made a dark alley joke like within the first 5 minutes, and he was like, "Wow, that's dark." Well, now here he is making dark alley jokes. I'm like, "What? It's good enough for you, not for me, huh?"
You corrupted me. What can I say?
Yay!
Corrupted or influenced?
Yes.
What
I did the same thing.
I am an influencer.
So talented.
What with my successful podcast?
It is successful. I'm telling you. Getting residual
How many
checks
views
as
do
we
we have so
speak.
far?
Huh?
How many views do we have so far?
Viewers of this podcast?
Yeah.
At least
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we watched it 5.
Well, that's the thing.
I'm an
Some of y'all haven't
influencer,
even
baby.
watched
Wait, the view count says 3. Okay, who's holding out?
it. Exactly.
sorry.
I might as well buy my G5.
That's a cigar, right?
You know what? Yeah, I'm definitely going to smoke it, so we'll say it's a cigar.
There you go.
So speaking of Dragon Con, since it's a topic that you are well versed in, having just been there,
I was just there.
did you do the cosplay thing, or just show up in standard Grimm attire?
Standard Grimm attire. Look, bro, I'm 38 years old. Like, I'm not showing up in a costume. It's not happening. You know, like I like the enthusiasm and the ingenuity that goes into these guys in their costumes.
Yeah.
But I would show up in like a suit and say I was Dracula. You know, like I'm not putting any effort into it because I just want to see some cool shit, like meet some cool people, and get some autographs. Past that, no, it's not me.
That's cool. I probably would not.
That being said, some of these kids are fucking insane with their costumes. It is ungodly.
Hell yeah.
And I mean in any way you can think of. Like, there was like 400 Barbies, and every one of them was in some pristine fashion, or were like true to the movie, or like the crazy Barbie that they had, or anything else like that. Like they put a ton of detail into that.
That's cool. I'm pretty sure I've got some friends who are from Tennessee that live in Washington State that actually went to Dragon Con. I have to double check, but it's a big deal now. I've never actually been. I know a bunch of people that go regularly, and it looks like a good
Every
time.
year, brother.
Yeah.
They're on
It's a ton of fun.
West Coast. Wouldn't they go to Comic-Con, not Dragon Con?
I don't know if they go to both, but I know that they've gone to Dragon Con a bunch of times.
Dragon Con is an experience in itself. Comic Con's huge for like the nerddom and the clean love and everything else like that. Dragon Con's hardcore costumes and throwing shit out of a hotel balcony and
Sketchy.
Yeah, they allow booze on stage, like that kind of shit.
Cool.
Which is hysterical because you'll hear some stories once they get drinking.
So do they do the panels and stuff at Dragon Con?
Yeah, and I got to see some pretty cool panels while I was there this year round. One of which I recommend to everybody. They have a website. It's called bootlegsafari.com, and I want to do this with all my homies at this point. But it's a group of like artists and writers and stuff for comic books, and they exchange gifts of the worst variety because they find the most bootleg, horrible knockoff version of something and exchange it like that's the best thing they could give them. Like that was like the coolest gift they could find. Like they start off, the first one was one of the guy that does it all, he got a shrink wrapped Garfield knockoff, and it basically looked like it survived a fire without actually being in a fire.
That's amazing.
Nice. One of my favorites was Franz Strommer's. It's Transformers, but Franz Strommer's, and then the toy didn't even look like it could transform. It didn't look like it transformed into anything that was like a car or anything like that. Like it had a windshield and like a door or two, but it didn't look like it would transform into an actual car. And it was the most generic looking thing ever. And then they had one where they had an Optimus Prime knockoff. Like it was a really well done one, but it didn't show the scale, so it obviously was 3 inches tall. But it was the Franz Strommer Leader. That was the name of the robot, Leader.
Classic.
They were sitting there we're not getting sued today. How are we gonna do this? Leader.
I gotta get one of those for Riley.
I love it.
And I won't have to transform it.
My kid loves the My Little Pony Transformers books.
Yeah.
I did not know that was a thing.
I didn't either till Grimm introduced it to me.
I did the Star Wars ones for a while. In fact, Grimm, I'm pretty sure you've seen them on the floor. Or not Grimm, but Zack, you've seen them on the floor here at the house.
Maybe.
Probably once or twice.
I think I almost tripped over one last time I was over.
Yeah. Me too.
All the time. It's just a constant state of being.
I get it. I didn't break it or myself, so it was a win.
It's the important part.
Yeah.
And that's the great part of parenting as far as it goes for explaining to your child, if you step on their toy and break it, you put it there, not my fault. You go mow a couple lawns and work up the money to buy a new one.
Yep. Robert, how's your cigar?
It is well. It's down
almost
to
gone.
there. Well, it was small to me.
I
smoke
smell
throughout the same as when I lit it. Nice smoke, nice flavor. Beautiful.
Mild, medium, heavy.
Mild.
That's where I'd put that
in
cigar.
tradition with Perdomo champagnes. They're very mild, but very, very good.
I've still never had one.
They are so good, but they are so mild. It's literally like drinking champagne. As far as it goes for you, you really don't taste anything. You're just getting the effect.
You sprinkle a little orange juice on it, and it's a mimosa.
There you go.
Andy style mimosa, 99.9995% champagne.
Chew on
one eyedropper worth of orange juice.
Half an
Just so
eyedropper.
it changes the color. That's it. Not the taste, just the color.
This
I've been
this
told
Caldwell has gotten better. It started off good, but it's richer, and I'm definitely cedar. That's the thing that's it reminds me of, and kind of a little bit of a leathery taste. I'm really digging it.
Nice. I'm like Robert. I'm about done with mine. It's had a
started
more,
early.
I
wanna hear
did.
it.
I cheated. Well, when in doubt, bring it back up, right?
You're gonna need it, man, because I still got like maybe 30 minutes of smoking here.
Yeah. But mine had a more medium body to it about halfway through, and it's kind of maintained that. The flavors have changed a little bit, and it's more of an earthy flavor instead of the cream. So
I'd call this probably a medium. It's not like punchy in the face or anything like that, but it's I'm digging it. I see why you like it.
Mine's definitely a medium. Still tastes great. The sweetness is completely gone now. But
you've licked it all
still a
off.
good smoke. Pretty much, I was sitting there doing this the whole time. So good. It's so tasty.
So was it sugar dipped or dipped in something, or do you know?
I don't know if it was dipped in something or not, but like I said, their wrappers are usually have just a hint of sweetness to them. Like I said, no flavor, it's just sweet.
Yeah.
So that's why I like them. I don't really care for flavored cigars, but I do like a sweet cigar. So I'm pretty sure I would dig the McFly because I dig the Deadwood so much as far as their wrappers go for the little bit of sweetness on them.
Yeah.
It gives a little bit to the flavor palette of it. I mean, it really does. It enhances just a little bit to make it a little bit more pleasurable experience.
That's awesome.
Ooh, trivia note from Cigars International's website on the Fat Bottom Betty. The originally dubbed the Three Yummy Bitches.
Yeah, because that was I think the original ones were Fat Bottom Betty, Crazy Alice, and I can ever forget that.
Yeah, I don't remember who the third one is.
I try not to buy like a cigar based on its wrapper, book by its cover kind of thing. But that whole series of cigars, like the wrappers are really cool looking. I kind of want to try them just for that reason.
And that's what hooked me too. I was intrigued when I saw the wrappers. I was like, I wonder how those are. And I was in a pretty good cigar shop, and somebody came in and started requesting, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And then I went and researched it a little bit, and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen those before. I want to try those. So I finally bit the bullet, and I bit the bullet. Robert actually bit the bullet and bought some for us, and been stuck ever since. I really enjoy them.
Nice.
Well, like I said, they're more like a guilty pleasure because they are a little bit pricier.
Yeah, a box of 10's like $87.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They are not infused. That's part of the. That's why I was on here. I wanted to see if they were infused, and they're not. Like the acid line, I believe, is infused. This one,
Yeah. Ugh.
that's not. Oh,
Can't
come
do
on,
the
man!
acids.
The mint Java's great. It's the only one of
Can't do
their
the acids.
flavored cigars that I can do.
I've not tried any of the acid line. I know they're very popular, but not tried them. Hey, there's my dog.
I like.
They're extremely popular, and it's because of the flavors.
Yeah, I get that.
Just like what is it, Tatiana? Same thing.
Yeah. How's the weather out in Noonan? In the Noonan offices.
Dude, it is awesome out here today. No, it's no breeze, but it's still right there in the sweet spot of not being hot or cold. It's like room temperature. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not 5,000 degrees here in Louisiana right now, so anything under 90 is like amazing.
Yeah.
I could
If
use
I'm not
a few
sweating
less
during a
degrees.
podcast, I'm happy.
I mean, I'm comfortable, but I could use a few less degrees.
I took my label off of my band.
Yeah.
It was very easy to take off because it was warm.
I took mine off because I had a moment where I was like, man, I want to take this off.
But wasn't your band the entire thing though?
Yeah, but it was two different ones. So, and I had to take
Oh.
the first one off because it was at the tip of the cigar,
Yeah.
So it was immediately burning.
Yeah, that was a good size. That was a good size binder or band.
Yeah, the Rocky Patel number 6 is kind of like that. You have to take the label off just to get it partially into the cigar.
Yeah,
that's a great, good cigar. If no one's had it. That's one of my favorite Rocky Patel.
I'll tell you a little story about Rocky Patel. I mistakenly met Rocky Patel, and I thought he was trying to sell me snake oil because I was in a it was kind of a bushy cigar shop down in Peachtree City, and it had just opened. I wanted to go check it out, and of course I walk in there and I don't even get to the humidor, and I'm approached by this guy, and he's like, "Hey, what you here to smoke?" I was like, I don't know. I haven't been here before, so I just want to see what they have and everything like that. But I don't know what I'm looking forward to right now anyway. And he was like, "Well, let me tell you about these Rocky Patels. They're amazing." And he started going through this whole spiel, started trying to sell them to me. And I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm new to the store. I just want to check it out." And he just kept pushing Rocky Patel, Rocky Patel, Rocky Patel. I'm like, "Dude, do you own stock?" And he was like, I own it. I'm like, "So
you met Rocky?"
I'm like, "Are you that Rocky Patel?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's awesome, man. So you're out here hawking your wares, are you?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, let me go see what they got, and then I'll come see what you got."
That's funny. I've like missed him a couple of times. The cigar shop I used to go to in Knoxville, Smoky. He would show up for events and stuff, but they had a Rocky Patel event, and I showed up, but he had just left. Like I was late or something and missed him.
Oh.
I met the rep, who was cool. Can't remember her name, but it was. I got Rocky Patel cigars. She sold me on a couple, like the Decade and the Sun Grown, I think that day, which were both good. I like both those.
Yeah, it took me a minute to get used to Rocky Patel. When I finally did break down and buy one, I didn't like it at all. But now that my flavor palette has changed in cigars, I do like some of the Rocky Patels. They are good cigars.
Yeah.
All right, so Robert has finished his cigar. He needs to review that.
I have finished it. I figure it burnt my finger, so I was done. Like I said before, it smoked well all the way through. It was nice, mild flavor, nothing strong. Good smoke. I'd give it about four leaves.
Nice. I'm close to done with mine. Mine's pretty hot. Go ahead.
Yeah, you had to pick.
See, I need to get one of those.
I love my Plague Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Brought to you by COVID-19. Because that's
awesome.
just what I thought. You should wear a mask. No. Let's break out the old Plague Doctor masks.
Don't forget your pocket full of posies to stick in there.
Or your incense on the very end.
The thieves blend of botanicals and stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, people would wear those Plague Doctor masks and go into houses where people are dying and steal stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to tell on them.
I don't know how true that is, but that's the thing I heard.
I mean, think about it. They can't leave the house because they're infected, and nobody else is going in except for that doctor. So if they can't come out and be like, "Hey, he's stealing my shit," and nobody's going in to hear that shit, boom, gone, all in.
Grimm has almost entirely disappeared. It is so dark on your patio. There we go. There's that good lighting.
That's called mood lighting for his back porch lounge.
I mean, even the arc light in the back or chem light in the back's not. It's trying to come on.
Yeah, it's
struggling
not. It's not quite dark enough for it to come on, but I just love the ember. Just the ember. That's great. I like that shot.
That's why I do it. I want to look pimping as shit, like Jay-Z, Big Pimpin'.
That song always reminds me of Real Ultimate Power, that website that used to exist. It may still exist. I don't know. You guys aware of Real Ultimate Power?
It sounds familiar, but I don't remember it.
It was this whole like ninja website. Like it was very funny. Had to do with they released a book at some point, but it had to do with this like, you know, all these ninja things. It was amazing.
Awesome.
It was ninjas versus pirates.
Website still exists.
Does it? Does it still have Big Pimpin' as the theme song? Amazing.
Dude, like we paid for that. We're using it forever.
It's like a MIDI version of Big Pimpin'.
The official Ninja homepage.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna review mine, and it's too hot to smoke. It was an easy. I mean, it's a Connie. To me, it's a medium. You know, it's a mild. It had a little medium in it. The flavors started out kind of creamy and ended up, you know, fairly earthy. But overall, I give it about a 3.5.
I still got a little bit left in mine, but I could review it now. I think it did go like closer to heavy over a medium. Still really good. I'd give it like maybe a 4.5 at least. Good.
Cool. Mine. I mean, I'm about where you are. I can still smoke it for a little bit, but
yeah,
smooth the entire time. Same draw the entire time. I get the full hit every single time. It's crazy. This didn't have a sweet spot though. It stayed consistent throughout the whole thing. It didn't get stronger. Didn't get weaker. It stayed the same cigar the whole time, and I enjoyed that. No earthy tone to it. The sweetness is completely gone. Best way to describe it, let me see. I mean, there's no woodsy taste. It almost has like a coffee taste to it for some reason. I like it. I like it a lot.
Cool. Grimm, aka the Talent, are you ready to review your cigar, or do you need to plug it down a little bit?
Yeah, I think I can review it at this point.
Well, I didn't give my Leafs 4.5. It's that good. I highly recommend this cigar, the Fat Bottom Betty. I recommend the Crazy Alice, and I recommend the other one I can't name right now. For some reason, it just escapes me. I recommend any of the Deadwood line. And I'm really excited about smoking the new one because we got our hands on some. I say Robert got his hands on some.
So,
Sweet Jane.
I don't.
Sweet Jane.
Huh?
That's it.
I think calling mine bubblegum is a little underappreciative at this point. It does have a very medium build to it. It's enjoyable. As I said, I think I kind of hyped it up a little bit because of the 3D and all that, but or the marketing. But it's still wildly enjoyable. The sweet spot has been very, very good to me. I've got a nice little head rush going. So I'm gonna give it a 4. Because the only downside is really like it doesn't have any discernible flavor. It is still like the bubblegum thing as far as it goes for like it's got that solid flavor. It's not oaky or mapley or anything like that, you know.
All right.
I like that out of the cigar a little bit as far as it goes for having a taste of it.
Hell yeah.
And the rating?
I said 4,
Oh, okay.
Oh, you did.
Sweet.
which is like my highest rating so far. You know, so that should tell people that I thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's true.
But you would rate the marketing on it 5.
Oh, the marketing's
Totally.
totally a 5. They hook, line, and sinkered me, man.
And on that note, I think I'm going to stop this show for the day. You know, if you like what you see, please like, subscribe. You know, we're going to be on all the socials. The biggest one's probably going to be YouTube. But please like, subscribe, you know, reach out to us, give us suggestions. You know, we'll review stuff for you. We don't care. If you want to send it to us to review, we'll do it. But I want to say thank you for listening. Like always, welcome to, you know, you're always welcome back to the Back Porch Lounge and smoke with us. Have a good one.
Good night.
See ya.
See y'all.